It's just, it has a lot of funk tunes. I mean, this would be your favorite, like, this must be probably your favorite Beck album, and you never even heard it.
I know. I mean, I really like the funk. You got to give me that funk.
We want the funk. Gotta have that funk.
We got...
Dun, 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 dun.
That was beautiful.
I love that song. I love funk.
Well, I'll listen to Midnight Vultures then.
You fucking do it.
I don't know if I'm going to do it right now.
If you're listening to this podcast and you haven't heard Midnight Vultures, pause now and, go back to the search bar on your Spotify and type in Midnight Vultures, and you're going to have a good funky old time. You might even bust a move.
Yeah, with your popped collar and your suede shoes.
I have blue suede shoes.
Do you really? Oh, man, I'd love to see you dancing in those.
You saw them the one day because I was wearing them, and I was like, hey, you haven't seen these shoes yet.
Yeah.
They're Vans, and yeah.
He did the thing where you, like, cock your heel out and, like, slowly roll up your like, the leg of your pants.
All the way up to my hog.
Yeah. I was like, Jacob, it's poking out.
Your head's oh God, let's
I'm staring into your third eye. Jacob, I'm gonna need you to take that and put it away. How'd you even hike him up that high? It looks like you're wearing a goddamn thong. Or one of those things like a cheeky bottom pants. I don't know.
Yeah, there's no way I could even do that because I'm wearing like tapered sweatpants.
No, it wouldn't have worked. But that's how I imagined it when you showed me.
I could do that with fucking like basketball shorts, which I wear as well. I pretty much wear nothing but like pajamas in my life now because it's just
comfy.
Because I have a job where I can wear anything I want. So it's like, man,
even nothing.
I don't want to wear jeans all 11 hours of my shift when I can be wearing fucking basketball shorts.
That's true.
Gotta stay comfy. Gotta.
Whether you play the b-ball game, whether you play basketball or not, wearing the shorts, everybody should wear the shorts. If you haven't worn basketball shorts, you need to try it out right now. Not everybody's probably worn them, man. What? They're the most comfortable shorts.
Man, you're really hyped about basketball shorts.
I am.
You don't wear them. Well, you do.
I sleep in them.
You wear them around the house, but you don't like wear them to go to the grocery store.
Oh no,
Ryan's one of those prudes who, if he goes anywhere, he's like, I go to change. It's like, why? You're already a scumbag.
Thank you.
Why not just look like one too?
And you look like one too. Oh man, I don't know if I look like a scumbag. Maybe. In certain people's opinions, probably.
Well, no, I don't say I'm not. I'm saying you should look like one because you are one.
Oh yeah, but
it's different, Ryan.
I don't know if I embody scumbag, but I mean, what is a scumbag?
It's just
what is it?
It's somebody who can be like underhanded or like a villain, contemptible or objectionable person. That's not, it's a pretty general term.
Yeah, it's not a bag of scum, which is what I would.
I would say you're sometimes you're objectionable a lot of times, and contemptible sometimes.
No, okay.
So yeah, you're a scumbag.
But I think in this case, I think that everybody's probably got a little scumbag in them.
Everyone's got a little scumbag in them.
Yeah.
Fucking wet lipping over there.
Marijuana cigarette. Yeah.
Hey, I see you wet lipping that.
Yeah,
fucking scumbag.
Definitely wet lip the marijuana cigarette.
Yeah, I'm about to wet lip this peach and honey Aha sparkling water beverage. That was Ryan's. He was a little bit of red herring there while I was introducing it, and Ryan opened his. But I've never had this flavor.
I couldn't wait.
Ryan.
It just looks so delicious.
We reviewed the other one. We reviewed one other one, the cranberry one, I think. Blueberry.
Blueberry pomegranate.
Yeah, that one wasn't the best, but let's Oh, that was a weird one. It was like...
It's so fizzy.
And I hit the mic, but
The little
smells
fizz
peachy.
molecules are hitting my mustache.
Oh, God.
How does it taste? Pretty good?
Yeah. Pretty good.
All right. It definitely tastes like peaches. If you like peach rings, probably you probably like this flavor of seltzer water. Tastes sweeter than the average seltzer water, but it's not. It has nothing in it.
Yeah, it does have a little bit of a sweetness, which is a plus for sparkling water, which it usually has a little bit of a bitter aftertaste, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But, generally pretty refreshing. Sparkling water, you want to make sure you drink that bad boy when it's cold, otherwise it tastes like fucking shit. You know what's not shit, Ryan?
What's
people also search for?
The podcast where we answer life's greatest questions by searching the internet.
I hope I didn't jump scare the audience there, but
you jump scared me a little bit.
I was trying to make up for when you did it to me earlier when we were doing our little camera test.
Oh,
hear that, fans? Yeah,
we're going 3D.
We're coming into the third dimension. We're gonna reach out and shake your hand and welcome you to a little
people also search for
a little slice of our life sometime in the future. So you gotta hold your horses. It's gonna take a little while.
There's a lot of testing to do.
Testing, yes, and then also planning out videos.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yep. But hopefully before the end of 2020, we have about 8 months, Ryan. We can get some live vids out to the people.
Yeah, some actual content.
Ryan, I mean, we have plenty of actual content.
I'm just saying.
We have lots of Let's Plays, and we have 37 podcasts.
We're going to have a face reveal at some point.
Oh, yeah. We will.
We're going to be face-to-face with the audience for the first time ever.
Yeah, because we're stepping into the world of live action videos and beyond over the years to come here on People Also Search For. So today, Ryan.
Yeah, Jacob.
Went to, see if I had any mail.
Mm-hmm.
Which I did. And
wow, that's impressive.
After I brought it in, I was just thinking, the mail's pretty cool. I mean, not like my mail, but like the mail system.
Oh, good. I got another a credit card suggestion.
Yeah, that's usually a lot of what it is. It's just stuff for me to fucking throw away and waste valuable natural resources. But the mail system in general, it's like, that's a lot of logistical stuff to do,
It is.
Same with Amazon, just things getting moved from place to place on a, efficient Pony Express. Yeah, Ryan, good job.
Yeah.
That's one of the earliest forms of the mail system in the great country of the United States of America.
You sounded like a
patriotic
United States history teacher there.
Oh, like I was excited about our country?
Yeah.
Our beautiful land?
Yeah, and its history. Our beautiful land and its history, man.
Yeah. Our beautiful land that people back in the olden times of America, they had to ride all across the country just to give you a fucking letter.
They had to risk their lives.
He's like, I've
riding horses.
I've traveled far and wide to find you. I have this Capital One free
offer.
Yeah.
And if you buy it within the next 2 weeks, then you'll also get a deal on Spectrum cable and TV.
And you have You have a non-fixed 1.2 APR.
Wow, isn't that wonderful?
Are you telling me I can have a non-fixed 1.2% APR? That's fucking bullshit. Don't shoot the messenger, sir. I'm just Pony Express.
I've ridden 45 miles to deliver you this mail.
You've ridden 45 miles to die at the hand of my revolver.
Sir, don't go after me with your revolver.
I'm shooting your dick off.
Oh, but then I won't be able to go home and bang my wife.
I'm fucking her from now on.
Oh, I guess I'm just a cuck then.
Nope. You're gonna be dead, so you don't even have to be a cuck.
He lived a cuck and he died a cuck.
God. You think while you're delivering all your fancy mail, there's not just grizzled man after man just jamming himself in your wife? Consensually,
But she
of course.
said that she loved me. She said she'd love me and she'll always love me.
Who could love a little cuck like you? Oh, God, we gotta stop this cuck bit.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we had a cuck bit last time as well.
It's 2020, the year of the cucks. Oh, boy, okay.
But, the Pony Express, they surely weren't. They surely weren't cucks.
They surely weren't, Jacob.
Well, take care of yourself, Ryan. You don't want to knock your MIDI keyboard onto the floor again.
Yeah. So the test we were doing for these 3D episodes,
3D.
we had to have a lot of different lighting, and the people also searched for utility cave. And there's just wires all over the place. Like, I could barely move. I tried spinning my chair around to, start the audio for the podcast test. And I knocked my MIDI keyboard off the table because my chair hit it. And then I put
jackass.
Yeah. I put it back up on the table. And then in doing so, the wire got wrapped around my chair. And I, got up, a few minutes later. And my chair pulled the MIDI keyboard onto the floor again, and now it's got a nice little crack up in the corner of it. So.
It was crazy, too, because I feel like I was way more concerned about it than you were. Because originally I saw it hanging off of the desk, and I'm like, dude, that's going to fall. And you're like, no, I got it. And then, 4 seconds later, it just crashes to the ground. I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
Whenever you see somebody drop their phone or something, you're like,
yeah, and then every time it would hit the floor, it would hit random keys on it, and it would play back a recording of our voices in fast and slow motion and different tones, and it would just sound like the computer was laughing at us.
It was actually visually pretty funny because you were in a spider web of cables in the room. It was just your shit's falling around. Just stuck there. You're like, fuck. And then the fucking audio's playing to the headphones. You can just hear faintly I
didn't know what to do. I had gotten myself stuck. It's hard to set up audio equipment when you have limited space.
Yeah.
No, but it was a fun time. I mean, we accomplished what we set out to do and make a test. So.
Yeah, we did a good day of work today, Ryan.
You're right.
And we got a little skating in as well.
That's true. And you know who else skates?
Whales.
Whales?
Never mind.
Oh, boy.
Who skates, Ryan?
Who skates?
Yeah, you said you know who else skates.
Yeah, the ponies from the Pony Express. Oh, you know what? The ponies from the Pony Express skated, and so did those people that deliver you food at Sonic, like old-fashioned Sonic, the drive.
Oh yeah, well they still do that.
Sonic does that?
Yeah, if they want to, they don't make people do it, but I've seen little skates at Sonic before, and
yeah,
and hopefully they never whiz out there and drop the food and get ketchup all over their blouse.
Yeah, and just so those of you at home know, Sonic is a food delivery system where they go from They go from the little hut that creates the food, and they roller skate it on over to your car, which is in a parking space.
Yeah,
just like somebody's delivering.
It's
something.
not a restaurant where you go in and eat. Like, in fact, they don't even have seating inside. They have seating outside, but typically you just go up to the little stall where there's a menu board and a speaker in each one, and you order your food, and then they bring it out to you. And then you sit in your car like a fat and eat it right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you see the fucking that video of Joe Biden calling a guy fat, like a fat?
Wait.
He's like
really?
He's like, listen, fat. It's so fucking funny.
Listen, fat. You take that fat and you bring it down those stairs. Don't look back up at me.
He like annihilated this guy.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
that's really horrible.
I know. Like, I think it's something that the media probably swept under the rug because they're like, oh, we don't want him to be like the Democratic Trump. But he, clearly said something that was pretty like fucked up to somebody's face.
Yeah, I mean, if he said that to me, I would be offended.
Yeah,
he's just like, hey. Get down from there, you Jew. I'm like up, like on top of a building, and he's like trying to get me off. He's like, get off of there.
And you're like, I'm a vigilante. You can't make me.
I'm Spider-Man.
I'm on your side.
Yeah.
Away.
And then I jump off the building and it's like immediately hit my head into the concrete, and then Biden is like,
and you're like, oh dear.
That's what you get, you Jew.
And you're like, oh Moses, oh Abraham, help me.
Help me, Moses. I need the Maccabee warriors to come over and save me.
Joe Biden's making fun of me. Joe Biden hates the Jews.
We don't actually think that Joe Biden hates the Jews.
I know. I mean,
we don't
he
know.
Could.
He could. We don't know. We don't personally know Mr. Biden.
Second search of the podcast, Ryan. Is Joe Biden an anti-Semite?
Oh my. Okay. Is Joe Biden an anti-Semite?
That didn't even come up in the fucking like. Oh man.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, he actually prioritizes Israel.
So he's
overlooking daily anti-Semitism.
You might even say that he is just a Semite instead of an anti-Semite. Yeah, so I think we've answered that.
What about, does Joe Biden hate fat people? See if that comes up.
All right. All right. Does Joe Biden hate fats?
Fats. Claims he did not call Iowa voter fat. Let me see what that one. And this is from CNBC.com.
So this is legit.
There's the guy. Let me see here. He said facts, not fat, during the confrontation in New Hampton. Biden's disputed dig came as he angrily denied an allegation by the man who said, without evidence, that Biden had gotten his son a position at a Ukraine gas company while serving as vice president under President Barack Obama. Biden called the man, later identified as 83-year-old Merle Gorman, a damn liar for that claim.
Wow.
Oh, so now he's fat and a liar?
And old?
But look, fat. Look, here's the deal. Biden told Gorman.
So he was saying that he said, but look, fact. Look, here's the deal is what... But he didn't say that. He said fat.
I think that, like I was saying before, I think he was trying to his media team or whatever was trying to sweep it under the rug.
Probably.
But see for yourself, Ryan.
Now listen here, fat. I'm gonna have to coach on eating more. You're not gonna win this hot dog eating contest by not eating a bunch of wieners.
All right.
Shove one in your mouth now. Just shove another one. Come on, fat. Get it in there.
It'd be like that scene from Matilda when they made the little boy eat an entire chocolate cake.
Yeah, you gotta eat that cake, fat. It's like the big teacher from Mrs. Grunchwood. What was her name from Matilda? The teacher.
Ooh.
I feel like it's I don't know why I said Grunchwood, but
it's something like Grindelwald or something. But first, let me show you this. Yep. So
Joe Biden. Joe Biden definitely called the man a fat.
Yeah. I mean,
he definitely,
clearly,
it was clearly not him saying the word fact. Like there was no C in
well,
sight.
yeah, especially since he went on to challenge him to do push-ups.
Yeah,
like that. I mean, because Andy said,
He's
"I'm
like,
not sedentary like you."
So hey, fat. You think you can beat me in a challenge of wits? Well, try and do a couple of push-ups. We'll see how well you do, you fat. Like, yeah, he was just like...
It was funny, though.
It was funny, but he was like breaking that... Like, that is not appropriate.
Yeah. Man, I think if we have any topical, like... if we have any topical, like, ideas, if we were going to do merch, that would definitely be a good one. Just the shirt that says... Joe Biden hates fats. With our logo on the back.
I want to be the person who produces the shirt with Joe Biden hates fats on it.
Because it'd be like, God hates F slur.
And then when you flip on the back of the shirt, it says fats hate Joe Biden.
And then I just start.
So they can both buy it. The people who hate who hate fats and don't hate fats can both buy the shirt, and then it's like being a big old fat hate community.
Yeah, not enough of that.
No, definitely. Yeah, not enough of that in this world.
Oh well, I mean, I told you before how in 5 years more than 50% of America is going to be clinically obese.
That's true,
including me.
Yeah, and you know what's going to help out when they're super obese? Deliveries. And DoorDash, Amazon, anything.
And the USPS.
Mail.
Now that we're halfway through the show, Ryan, maybe we should see the origins of the mail in the U.S.
The origins of the mail in the U.S. U.S. of A. U.S. Postal System established. All right.
It says on this day in 1775, the U.S. Postal System is established by the Second Continental Congress with old Benny Franklin as its first postmaster general. Franklin, 1706 from 1790 is the years that he lived, put in place the foundation for many aspects of today's mail system.
Wow, good job, Frankie.
Just for that, you got to be on the hundo.
Yeah. And everybody, everyone loves receiving a hundo as a present. Nobody's going to dislike that. So
no, not at all.
We pass you around like the neighborhood whore you are, Benjamin Franklin.
He was kind of a whore.
Was he?
Yeah.
Did he have a lot of children?
Well, I just meant because he slept around a lot, and he unfortunately liked to sleep with very young women. Well, not even women, girls. Oh, quite literally little girls.
Yeah. Oh boy, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but
oh man,
there was a lot of 13, 14-year-old brides. Not even that long ago in the history of the world.
So that's something that I'm glad that it changed.
Way to be an ally, Ryan.
I love the US of A.
Anyways.
We don't allow you to date underage girls.
Anyways, just go on male Wikipedia. We'll see what we got there. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of
There's going to be plenty of, yeah.
And if there's people out there that are ever think we're dumb for using Wikipedia, you know what? Fuck off. We're not writing a academic fucking research paper to hand into our fucking grad school teacher. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, we're just answering life's greatest questions.
I hate academia, Ryan. We're just gonna do it the way that millennials are supposed to, with the fucking internet and Wikipedia. The mail or post is a system for physically transporting postcards, letters, and parcels.
Haven't seen one of those in a while.
I got a parcel for you.
Isn't a parcel where it's like, isn't a parcel, I mean, I know it's like a little pouch thing, or is it just the wax sealed?
No,
letters?
a parcel is like just a box or a package.
Yeah, it's like a wrapped box. I just wanted to know the difference between a package and a parcel.
I think they're synonymous.
Mm.
A postal service can be private or public. Though many governments place restrictions on private systems. Since the mid-19th century, national post systems have generally been established as a government monopoly with a fee on the article prepaid. Proof of payment is usually in the form of an adhesive postage stamp. But,
of which I have a large collection.
But a postage meter is also used for bulk mailing. Modern private postal systems are distinguished from national postal agencies by the terms courier or delivery service. So, like an Amazon delivery person, for example.
Yeah, that would be the modern day Pony Express.
Modern private postal system, yes.
Yeah.
Postal authorities often have functions aside from transporting letters. In some countries, a postal, telegraph, and telephone service oversees the postal system. In addition to telephone and telegraph systems, period. Some countries' postal systems allow for savings accounts and handle applications for passports.
Maybe Wikipedia isn't that accurate.
You know.
Yeah, it's doing all right.
It is what it is.
It's doing all right. Somebody just added that period in there.
No, the period, I said it wrong. That's why I emphasized that.
Yes.
The Universal Postal Union was established in 1874, includes 192 member countries, and sets the rules for international mail exchanges. And look at that, Ryan. History, you got Persia, India, Rome, China.
China. This is the China history of mail.
China, Mongol Empire, Japan, other, and then, we got modern mail. Where do we start? Maybe where I like
should
how
we go in the world?
Also, I like how it says up there, snail mail redirects here.
Oh.
Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Pony Express was a lot. That's America, but I don't even see American mail. This is Persia, India, Rome, China.
Yeah. That's because I think this is the general history of mail, so therefore it would start where there's ancient civilizations.
So would we start in Persia, or do you think that we should check out?
Oh, we can blast through a couple and see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, look, they're not even that long.
Yeah, we can check this out. In Persia, the first credible claim for the development of a real postal system comes from ancient Persia, but the point of invention remains in question. The best documented claim attributes the invention of the Persian king Cyrus the Great, who mandated that every province in his kingdom would organize reception and delivery of post to each of its citizens.
And that's in 550 BCE.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
That's crazy.
Mail's old.
Mail has been around a long time. I mean, you got to think
ancient junk mail, Ryan.
Yeah, the cavemen would take a rock and write spectrum cable on it and bring it over to another caveman, and he'd be like, "What this?"
Well, Ryan, I hate to break it to you, but cavemen existed long before 1550 BCE.
Yeah, and 1080p streaming services.
Damn. All they had were rocks to bang together and food to hunt.
I thought you were going to stop at just bang. All they had were rocks to bang because waifu pillows didn't exist yet. So they just carved their favorite of the tribe onto the back of a rock and banged it.
They didn't even have a fleshlight, so they had to fuck a wildebeest.
Or a bushel of strawberries.
And if you lived on the sea, you'd fuck a manatee.
Oh yeah.
Or
Well,
a
if you
sea
were a
cow.
pirate, I mean, yeah, if you were a pirate, we learned about that already. But
Yeah.
let's head on down to the Mongol Empire, because
Oh, it says Genghis Khan installed an empire-wide messenger and postal station system named Ortu. That's probably not how you...
That's a good Genghis Khan impression. Or two, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not even close to how you pronounce it. But during the Yuan dynasty under Kublai Khan, this system also covered the territory of China. Postal stations were used not only for the transmission and delivery of official mail, but were also available for traveling officials, military men, and foreign dignitaries. These stations aided and facilitated the transportation of foreign and domestic tribute specifically, and the conduct of trade in general. By the end of Kublai Khan's rule, there were more than 1,400 postal stations in China alone, which in turn had at their disposal about 50,000 horses, 1,400 oxen, 6,700 mules, 400 carts, 6,000 boats, and more than 200 dogs, 1,150 sheep. There were stations... The stations were 25 to 65 kilometers, aka 16 to 40 miles, for those of you who are using the imperial system, apart, and had reliable attendants working for the mail service. Foreign observers such as Marco
Polo
have attested to the efficiency of this early postal system. Man, that's freaking cool, Ryan.
That is cool.
50,000 horses. I mean, I'll level with you, Ryan. I've listened to hardcore history podcasts with Dan Carlin before.
Really?
Yeah, and he has a pretty interesting series about Genghis Khan and the Mongol Empire, and it's quite interesting. And even though they were savage monsters, they had some pretty good,
intentions?
No, I was going to say inventions, rather, like they had some sophisticated systems in their society and also for warfare. So, they might have been pretty savage, but they also were quite smart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
I'm sure there were some scientists in
probably. Scientist Khan had to, yeah.
Since you're such a kawaii, Ryan, why don't you tell us about Japan?
Ryan's Weeb Corner.
Kawaii.
Except I'm actually looking up the real history from Japan. All right. The modern Japanese system was developed in the mid-19th century, closely copying European models.
Did you say grocery?
Closely copying European models. Japan was highly innovative in developing world's largest and most successful postal savings system, and later a postal life insurance system as well. Postmasters played a key role in linking Japanese political systems to local politics. The postmasters are high prestige and are often hereditary. To a large extent, the postal system generated the enormous funding necessary to rapidly industrialize Japan in the late 19th century. Wow, I had to say Japan a lot of times in that.
Ryan, what do Japanese people call Japan?
Japan. What do you mean? You mean like the?
I was trying to stump you.
Do you know?
I know what it is.
The actual Japanese word for
Japan.
Japan?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Oh, you really don't?
No, what is it?
Oh,
so wait, Japan is just what we call Japan.
Well, yeah. That's how it is for every country. Every country has their own pronunciation or word for what they're like in
kind of like Venice is like Venetia.
Yeah, or Italy in general is called Italia to Italians.
Yeah.
Or like Germany, and you don't say Germany in Germany, you call it Deutschland.
Oh, Deutschland.
Yeah, and Japan, it's Nippon.
Nippon.
Yeah.
Nippon.
I think you better check real quick to see if I'm an ass.
I know,
but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
I know that Rika from hang on. was gonna say I know that Rika from Higurashi no Nakakoro ni says Nippon, but that's not Nippon. So Nippon is the Japanese
Nippon.
Nippon.
PP.
PP. They make special ramen noodles.
See, when you type in Nippon, it just comes up Japan as an island country. Yeah, it's just like the definition. Oh, there you go. It's a reading of kanji that refers to Japan.
Oh.
Or maybe it's Nippon. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Yeah, no, I have no idea, but that is interesting.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't know that because, you're a weeb and shit.
Yeah, well, you can't know everything. Not even I'm that smart. Despite what all of our listeners think.
Oh, I want to... Before we get back to the mail, I want to know what China is in China.
What's China in Chinese?
Yeah.
I did it.
Oh, man, you horribly misspelled that.
Zongo.
Zongo. Oh, wait, there's a... Click on that, and there's a pronunciation.
Oh, we're about to listen. Zongo.
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 Zhongguo.
Zhonghua. Okay, so Zhonghua.
Zhonghua. Yeah, that's pretty good. We learned
how to speak Chinese. Let's go on an adventure. To the mail system.
In China. Oh, you scrolled down a little too far there, Ryan. Some Chinese sources claim the mail or postal systems dating back to the Zhai or Shang dynasties, which would be the oldest mailing service in the world. Holy crap, Ryan!
They still haven't delivered me my
wow. Listen to this
card.
Where's my Capital One? The earliest credible system.
Wait, what?
No, I just.
I was like, wait, they had Capital One in 220 CE?
The earliest credible system of couriers was initiated by the Han Dynasty between 206 BCE to 220 CE, who had relay stations every 30 li. Maybe that's supposed to be miles, along major routes. The Tang Dynasty from 618 to 907 AD operated and recorded 1639 post houses, including maritime offices employing around 20,000 people. Holy fuck.
Holy crap, that's more than Genghis Khan.
I don't know about that, Ryan.
I mean, 50,000 horses. Well, they had 1,400.
Well, don't you think they had people riding on all those 50,000 horses? Think about that. They didn't walk to the post stations. But you gotta think, if
China's got 1,936 post houses and the Mongol Empire only had 1,400. So there were more in China. But,
gotcha.
But China didn't have 50,000 horses. So...
yeah. Plus, this is obviously way before Genghis Khan.
That's true.
So, that's the really mind-blowing part to me about how in Persia or in China, they had this shit figured out. It might have taken a long time to get your Capital One credit card offer. But I think it was damn worth it, don't you think, Ryan?
I do. I hope that, it would be... my favorite thing would be if Genghis Khan, or a guy in a Genghis Khan costume came and delivered me ads for, credit cards. That's what I want to happen in my daily life from now on.
That's pretty crazy. I didn't know the mail was that old.
Me either. I mean, you got to think, it's I wouldn't say it's a simple business, but it's just bringing an object to another place from point A to B.
Yeah.
So I think that they probably figured it out pretty early how to do that.
Speaking of couriers, Ryan, that reminds me of a video game that I may try one day. But
talking about Paperboy?
No, it's a modern game.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, Paperboy, in a sense, is
it's fun.
in the vein of what we're talking about. But I'm thinking of one specific courier, and he's played by Norman Reedus.
Oh, yeah.
Would you know what game that is?
Yeah, you're talking about Death Stranding.
Yeah. I've never played it, but, looks a little bit freaked up.
It does. I actually really wanted to get it when it first came out, but I saw what the gameplay was, and I was like, I don't know. It just looks like you're doing a lot of walking and balancing.
It's basically a fetch quest game, but he's a courier, you see.
Which we've learned from Magi Nation those are the best kind of games.
I mean, if you're trying to do silly voices for multiple characters, yes, but...
Yeah.
and this is a game that's about like a post-apocalyptic world, and you play as Norman Reedus, who's a courier, and you take people their goods that they need, and you also have a baby fetus that I don't know why it's there or really what it does, but it's a little bit freaked up, and there's creepy stuff in it, so that's the part that made me like interested to try it out, but I feel like it's like an intentionally like kind of monotonous or like mundane kind of game.
Yeah, and it's Kojima's first game outside of the pack, so to say. Mm-hmm. He's doing it on his own.
Yeah. So his vision really coming to life with his frigged up ideas.
Yeah, they really are. But
but what other types of mail can we learn about aside from Death Stranding?
Maybe the modern mail?
Sure, Ryan.
The modern mail is organized by national and privatized services, which are reciprocally connected by the international regulations, organizations, and international agreements. Paper letters and parcels can be sent to almost any country in the world relatively easily and cheaply. We all know that. We got Amazon, baby.
Mm-hmm.
The internet has made the process of sending letter-like messages nearly instantaneous, and in many cases and situations, correspondents use email where they previously would have used letters. Yeah, it's like so fast that it's almost like we've developed teleportation system.
Teleportation for intangible objects.
Yeah. The volume of paper mail sent through the U.S. Postal Service has declined by more than 15% since its peak at 213 billion pieces per annum in 2006.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it is.
So, it seems like, it's pretty much up to the government for the most part. Otherwise, like, you have like FedEx and UPS, of course. And then you have Amazon has their own, like, delivery methods.
Mm-hmm.
But
Amazon's just like flooding the country with warehouses full of goods that people generally use.
Yeah, you can have a brand new set of roller skate wheels at your door in a few days if you need it. Even during COVID-19 fucking bullshit. Fucking shit sucks! Fuck! The shit sucks, man. Make it stop, Ryan.
This is like week number 3 of it.
Fuck.
We didn't think it would last this long.
It's just getting worse. Like, as far as, like, being able to go places, everything's getting worse. And you have to wear masks everywhere now. And fucking...
Everyone looks scared everywhere you go.
Yesterday, I recorded with Ryan a little bit late in the evening. So I didn't end up leaving until about midnight. And I needed to go to the gas station real quick. And it was fucking closed. Because it's a 24-hour place, but they had a sign that said, like, oh, do we do the current situation, or our hours are limited from 12 a.m. or 5 a.m. to 12, whatever.
They don't
midnight.
want people driving at night.
I'm just like, oh, fuck. But lucky for me, there was a different gas station open, so, it worked out, but it's just like, everything. Oh man, it's crazy. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's just total bummer.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be a topic of next week as well. So
yeah, and no, I think people are listening to podcasts so they don't have to hear about that. But
yeah.
I just had to scream it out a little bit and get it out of my system.
We're sharing our frustrations with you.
Yep. So, you can send a letter to your pen pal. One of the most interesting things, in my opinion, though, about the mail, Ryan, is I heard that you can send, depending on what country you're in, you can just send something if you don't even have to have the address. You can write out a description of where it is. And in some countries, they'll still make sure it gets to where it's going if you have postage that you paid for.
Just a description?
Yeah.
Like, it's the house beside the 2 oak trees?
Yeah, like if you give the city or town or village that it's in, you can say on the, shipping address...
4 to 5 miles after the mountain.
Yeah, there's a small road and there's a lawn gnome at the beginning of the driveway. That's
You're
my
going
house.
to walk through a blueberry garden and through the forest.
Walk through a blueberry
Take
garden.
the small pixie bridge over the lake, and then it'll be beside 2 oak trees.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what's written on the front of the envelope.
Google search, can you mail something from a description?
Can you? If you can do this, I want to try it.
I heard this, years ago, and somebody, told a story about it, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's badass.
What cannot be sent by mail? What do you send something in the mail? What? What do you send something in the mail?
It says, how do you send something in the mail?
Oh, my bad. What can you mail via UPS? Oh, man, I'm not seeing it. A customer guide to mailing. Ah, crap. Facebook for dummies? I don't know.
Actually, search, can you mail something without an address?
Oh, whoa! Can I mail a letter without a return address? But that's you obviously can do that.
Yeah. You typically don't want to do that, but
no,
you can.
Yeah, because then it could get lost easily. Everything you need to know about how to send mail.
I mean, the SEO on this question is getting all fucked by all the actual mail services and FAQs about fucking return addresses.
Sending. It'd be funny if you gave the courier a some kind of map that you had made,
a treasure map,
a treasure map that had the destination of the house with a drawing.
Yeah, with a red X over it.
Sending a letter with a map. Letters get there by hand-drawn map. Wait, what? Oh, BBC
Instead of
News.
a postal address or recipient's name, click it.
Oh, I don't believe one of those dumb searches got me to where we needed to go. But...
Oh, look at that. There's a fucking letter with a fucking map drawn on it.
Wow.
There are many stories of messages in bottles traveling thousands of miles before being picked up and read, and letters arriving decades after they were posted. But here's a different twist. Rebecca Catherine Cadu Ostenfield was reportedly surprised.
Ooh, that's a good one.
When a letter... Wait, what was a good one?
The name.
Oh, Rebecca Catherine Cadu Ostenfeld was reportedly surprised when the letter was delivered to the horse farm where she lives with her husband and 3 children near, holy fuck, Bjorladar in the west of Iceland. Oh, it's
Bjornalor?
You just say it like Bjork and it'll sound There you go.
There you go. That's what it is.
Instead of a postal address or a recipient's name, the sender had drawn a map of where they believed the farm to be, together with the following in English. Country, Iceland. City, name, a horse farm with an Icelandic/Danish couple there and 3 kids and a lot of sheep. The sender has also added a further clue to intended point. The Danish woman works in a supermarket in The letter had been written and sent from the Icelandic capital Reykjavik by a tourist who had stayed at the farm but obviously did not know the address. And extraordinarily, and extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
It's weird how British people say extraordinarily. It's like extraordinary. There's like 3 syllables missing. Extraordinary. It arrived at the right place, Ryan.
Whoa.
The astonishing delivery took place in March. It doesn't say what year, and then was not reported until May. Oh, that's pretty good. When it came to the attention of local Icelandic news website, Skessenhorn, which noted anything is possible in Iceland. The story has now belatedly gone viral on social media after a photo of the envelope was posted on Reddit. The picture has prompted readers to share other miraculous postal stories, such as the tale of the Christmas card sent from Germany, which somehow arrived at the right place despite only being addressed to England. Dear England, whoever it may
there
concern.
is a deal on Spectrum cable. Oh man, no, that's amazing.
Do you need a lower APR rate?
You gotta think like somebody at the postal house that letter ended up at just treated that as like a puzzle that day. They're just like, oh man, this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
They like pull up their friggin' trousers and like
Yeah.
they like tuck in their shirt.
They put on their steampunk goggles to face the elements.
Yeah, they take their little cap and they turn it behind them really intense like Ash Ketchum
Ketchum,
before he's
yeah.
gonna throw a Pokeball.
And like when he's like walking through the plains of Iceland, he's just hearing in his head the whole time, I'm gonna be the very best.
Yeah, and he's got like a machete and he's going and like chopping through a forest.
Yeah. But that's fucking...
Yeah.
Come on, man. Thanks, mail. Like, mail is cool.
Mail is really cool. Without it, everything would be harder.
I mean, you got to think, though, that, like you said, he's, like, takes it on as a challenge. Like, maybe that would be a thrill to many postal workers.
It probably would be. If I was a postal worker and I got something like that, I'd be like, oh, today is the day.
You just, like, take out the next letter out of your bag, and you just start hearing, like, ding, 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 ding. I'm gonna be the
It just slowly gets louder the longer it takes you to find the address. By the end, you're like, it's taken so long that your ears are bleeding. You're like, make it stop!
The reason that
where the heck is this address?
The reason that the people that lived on the farm knew the letter was there is because they heard from a distance, I'm gonna be the very best! I know!
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the mail's here.
They go outside, they're like, Jesus Christ, what is that, Karen? Like,
oh man, Rebecca Catherine.
Jesus, Catherine. Right. Kadu Austenfeld.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh boy, that is an inspiring tale.
That is, what's interesting though? I bet during the Pony Express, everything was like this. All the instructions, like they probably didn't have there's probably not many addresses, or places with addresses, right? Like, when were addresses established?
Oh,
were
you did you mean to say without addresses?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they probably have an address, but the person, like, didn't know. They didn't remember what it was, and they still wanted to send them a letter.
Yeah, I wonder when, like, addresses started, though. Like, when did we start having addresses? Like,
find out.
Oh.
With the power of the internet.
Yeah, with the power of the people also search for podcasts. We can search and we can find exactly when addresses started. When did addresses start? When did addresses
I feel like every time you search, you spell at least one thing wrong.
I do, but it's because I'm trying to type without looking at the keyboard, and I'm very bad at it.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't do that either, because if you type correctly, you're supposed to be able to not look at the keyboard.
Yeah, I can't. I have to look at the keyboard.
Oh,
I'm
glad that we exposed one of your few faults, Ryan.
Yeah,
I can actually empathize with you as a human being.
Yeah, it's a hard time, it's like playing an instrument, If you didn't learn all the steps ahead of time, you're gonna have to cheat every so often.
Yeah.
Okay, so until the 18th and 19th centuries, most houses and buildings were not numbered. Street naming and numbering began under the Age of Enlightenment, also as a part of campaigns for the census and military conscription, such as the dominions of Maria Theresa in the 18th century.
Whoa.
So
that's fucking crazy. So the mail has existed since like 220 BCE,
yeah.
But addresses haven't started it since 18th and 19th centuries.
How the heck did mailmen do their jobs?
Well, then that, I mean, if we had like looked at this before, like we would have known that you must have always had to do that. What we just read about.
Yeah, it's like I said. It's next to the 2 oak trees. Get it there correctly next time, Jenkins.
There's a totem pole with my dead cousin inside. I live 2 miles up the road from there.
I would like to send some flowers to the totem pole in remembrance of him. And then like they drop him off for him.
Yep, and it smells like a rotting corpse.
Yep, just like most mail. Can you mail cheese? Like
That's such a random question.
Has somebody tried to like mail cheese and it started like rotting while it was being mailed?
You can mail perishables, but they have to be in like a cooler.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like all those meal delivery systems now, like Freshly, where they'll deliver you food.
Or like
items.
there's Schwann's. I don't know if you've ever. Maybe that's only like a Midwest thing. If people don't know what that is, it's
Schwann's?
Yeah, Schwann's. They do like refrigerated and frozen foods. So it's basically like an ice cream truck. Like it's a completely refrigerated inside of the truck, like the cab,
frozen turkey leg, like, and then you can just lick it like an ice cream cone.
Yeah, they'll just give you like a package of like a box of all the stuff you ordered, like chicken breasts and ice cream and Hot Pockets or whatever.
Oh man, I'm excited. They have like these jalapeno steak Hot Pockets now, and they're good. They got like sriracha crust, but they're like twice the price as regular Hot Pockets. It pisses me off.
Yeah, I probably will never try that because I'm not much of a Hot Pocket person.
I like me a Hot Pocket every so often, but not all the time.
You know what I like from time to time, Ryan?
What do you like, Jacob?
Little installment of Jacob and Ryan Search of the Week. Woo! Before we wrap up the show here, we can take a few minutes and see what we got for you in our recent searches of our lives. Of our daily lives, Ryan. You know what I was wondering?
What were you wondering?
So I recently listened to a podcast where one of the hosts was like, he's like, hey, I've been burning candles in my room lately, and eventually I have to like blow them out because I feel like it's heating up my room. And I'm like thinking, like, really? Like, and he was even saying like, I wonder if a candle actually heats up your room. And then he didn't even like follow it up by like trying to look it up or anything. I'm just like, wow, like what a cliffhanger. So, that prompted me to look it up, and I haven't done that yet, Ryan. I thought I'd save it for the podcast segment here.
What the fuck? So what exactly do you want me to search for? Like,
just search for, does a single candle heat up a room?
Does a single candle heat up a room? So that's really interesting. That would be super useful if your heater went out, like mine seems to often do. Okay, how to heat a room with a candle or a few candles. I guess you can do it.
Oh, that's on basementgurus.com. Let's see what that one says.
Okay. So, how to heat a room with a candle? Is it possible?
With a candle.
A candle, yeah.
What's the answer, Ryan?
Yes, but by only a very little. Just by the amount of BTUs that a candle can produce multiplied by how many candles we use. Not more, not less. So we also have other issues such as loss of heat, which is what we concentrate on when talking about efficiency. So the idea is to generate any heat possible and to not spend unnecessary energy and prevent loss of heat. That's the genesis. The genesis.
I can feel it
coming in the air tonight. So warm.
So warm.
Candles heating up the room tonight.
Beautiful stuff, Ryan.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Wow, so it is possible. That's interesting.
Yeah, it says with this method, some of the energy will be lost in producing the light, and only some will go into producing the heat. Producing the heat. So, how much heat does a candle produce, Ryan? Haven't verified the exact BTUs or wattage, but a candle can produce. Didn't excite me.
It's not exciting us that you don't have the answer.
Yeah. I am going to refer to a reliable source and use a measurement provided. Here's a handy-dandy BTU calculator to heat a very small closet, a 3x5 space, and increase by 1 Fahrenheit. You need 70 BTU per hour or 20 watts. That is assuming normal North American insulation, so the loss of heat is very minimal and gradual. Some say it can produce 30 watts. Others say it can produce 70. So, yep. There you go.
Wow. Okay. So it doesn't do much, but it does something. You would need a ton of candles. Probably like the whole floor covered in candles for you to actually heat the room.
So the person that said on the podcast that they felt like the room was getting warm from a single candle, I think that might have been a... What do you call it? Psychosomatic?
Maybe a placebo.
Yeah, placebo's completely different, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I would think that maybe they were just thinking that it got warmer because there was fire there.
Yeah, that is weird though. Maybe just the sight of
either that or they have really sensitive skin, you know? They could be like superhuman skin, man.
Maybe the sight of like fire makes you feel warmer. Just
fire make me feel warm.
All right, Ryan. So what's your search of the week this week?
This week, we decided to experiment in making some audio gold for the Ryan's Weeb Corner, and I thought, you know, we needed some sound effects. We needed it to sound oriental and sexy. So,
I don't think Oriental is a appropriate term anymore. I think it's just Asian.
Asian.
Yeah,
and sexy.
I think Oriental is like a not woke or whatever. I don't know.
Seriously?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know about these fucking millennials with the PC culture.
We are millennials, though.
I know, but fuck millennials.
Well, I may be wrong, and I apologize if I'm wrong. Oriental, if that's wrong, or right, or Asian, if that's right. Anyway, we wanted to have the sound like that. So, and there's nothing more traditional than that classic yo like sound.
Yo.
Yeah. After the drum beat and the gong, it's got like a gong in it.
Yeah.
And we were just like wondering, where did that yo sound originate?
Yeah. I don't know, because it's like a stereotype of like, I don't know, maybe ninja films or something. I don't know, like martial arts or films or culture. I have no idea.
I typed in where did the Japanese yo come from? Oh, kabuki sounds, TV tropes. Oh, okay. Or there's Japan Guide, what is the long yo sound? But let's see. Kabuki is part of traditional Japanese theater dating from the Edo period, 17th century, as the Western world records time. Like other Japanese theatrical styles, it uses music and musical sounds to help tell the story. Oh, so it comes from theater.
Theater.
I
am
Alvin?
Theater. You're going to view my entertainment now.
I was thinking Alvin Simon Theater.
I was thinking Skeletor.
Okay. Oh, that would be a weird mashup. Theodore from the Alvin and the Chipmunks and Skeletor combined together.
Yeah. Alvin Simon Skeletor. do.
Alvin, what are we going to do? We're not ready to play the show. Then it's like, don't worry, Skeletor. we're gonna do a bang up job here at the show. Why is like I'm imagining like Alvin as like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
I was like, what does Alvin even sound like? You'd have to pitch up my voice for it to work. Anyway, the sound is meant to evoke Japanese traditional performances. Oh, so it's like the start of a performance.
Yeah, okay.
Suzumi, a drum-like instrument that makes a pone sound, frequently employed to punctuate a joke or humorous moment, often in combination with a man's voice making an "oh" sound, also from kabuki. A very traditional instrument, its sound is considered emblematic of traditional Japanese culture as a whole. Although they sound alike, do not mistake the pone of a Suzumi for the noise of the thing that goes doink. Doink, doink, doink. Yeah, I like the word doink.
Who doesn't?
That's just fun to say. Doink.
About to doink you after this podcast. Huh?
I mean, I don't know about that, but Okawa.
I got a parcel for you.
I'm gonna
call back.
I'm about to deliver that package. Okawa, a drum that sounds a lot like a wood block. 1 or 2 quick strikes are usually all that's used, and that's like the beginning part, I would think. Yo, a call to announce a character, often accompanied by a dramatic zoom or super sentai stance. Oh man, that's perfect then for Ryan's weeb corner. It's like
sentai, hentai.
Yeah,
you love hentai,
dude. Super Sentai is like the Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what I was envisioning.
You were envisioning Power Rangers hentai.
Don't try to trap me in your weeb shit, Ryan. I'm just saying I
may be a weeb, but I am no pervert.
Okay.
Possibly
sure
false.
You're not.
Possibly false.
I mean, we're not going to get into that right now, but
okay.
Yeah, so it says that it's a call to announce a character. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the beginning of theater, like the performance that I do, bringing anime facts to the listeners.
Well, that is just beautiful, Ryan. What a fun way to end our podcast.
Yeah.
People also search for.
And yeah.
You know, just say and then you trail off.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.